y'all to get on today. So if you jump on, and I already started, I think this is going to be something powerful, something you can use. I speak from an entrepreneur standpoint because I'm an entrepreneur, but the things that I talk about can be applicable to all areas of your life, I think. And I talk about things that I go through on a daily basis, either my personal experiences or experiences of my family members or experience of my clients, my customers, my employees. So I use the world experiences for my platform. And today, me and my sister was having a conversation, and we were talking about my nephew. He wants to play basketball, and surprisingly, he's become very tall really quick. Now the boy has the confidence in his basketball abilities like he on the level of Michael Jordan. He honestly thinks he's really good at playing basketball. Now I don't know why he thinks he's so good. Seems like he don't have the hype that he could be good, but his confidence in his mind, he's already sees himself as being great in this field. And sometimes some of us, we feel like we are already great before we are actually have any skill set. Especially on being an entrepreneur. Some of us think we're going to be an amazing entrepreneur and we haven't even learned how to be a good employee. And so somehow we put the cart before the horse. We don't know how to be a good employee. We don't know how to be a good person to ourselves, but we're going to be a good wife. We don't know how to be a good, we don't know how to be disciplined, but then we want to structure somebody else's life as far as children, etc. But my nephew, for whatever the reason, thinks he's a good basketball player. He has the confidence that he's Michael Jordan, that when he goes on that basketball court, that he's going to hit nothing but threes. It's all net, all net. Baby, I'm talking about he got the form. And the truth is, and if he was to be honest with himself, he ain't that good. He ain't even just not that good. He's kind of bad at it. And the reason he's bad at it, not because he don't have the ability, not that he couldn't be good, because boy, it seems like he's going to have some height on him. But he ain't even bothered to practice. He ain't even got the fundamentals down. Some of us want to be great at some things, but we don't want to put in the work. We don't want to get the foundation together so we can stand on that greatness. We just want to believe that we great and therefore it is. It don't really work like that. Like the boy could be great at the confidence that he has now if he put in the work and he was disciplined and he was to focus on what it is that he wants to do, and he get out there and he dig deep, and when things start getting hard, he don't give up, and he get the right team in place that can push him, that can coach him, that can guide him, he could be amazing. Again, he look like he gonna have the height on him to be great, but at this current time, his confidence don't match his skill set. It's a whole lot of us. We want to be entrepreneurs, but our confidence don't match our skill set. We know how to make amazing cakes, but we don't understand budgeting. We don't understand cost of goods sold. We don't understand expenses. We don't understand bookkeeping. We don't understand month-end close. We don't understand the difference between an LLC and an S-Corp, and we don't even want to get the knowledge. And so we make all this money. Hello? If we bless, we can make all this money, but then come the end of the year, you got a $21,000 tax bill because you ain't structured your thing correctly. And then you crying, and then you want to lie on your taxes. You making $1 million for the year in revenue, but you're really in a negative because you don't understand business. You have an amazing concept. You have the confidence of Michael Jordan, but you got the playing ability of the second string. You got the playing ability of the people who just could make it to college and couldn't even make it to the league. They thought they were good, but you ain't put in the work. You ain't disciplined enough. You're not willing to sit up under somebody and learn. And that's the difference between good and great. That's the difference between good and great. Some of us, our confidence don't match our skill set. And if we were to just tap into it, let me figure out how to be a good employee. Let me go to this job and let me learn what their processes are. Let me see how they operate this thing. Let me talk to these people. Let me get a mentor. Yeah, third string. Let me get a mentor that can help me on this journey, because this is foreign land. I don't know how to shoot a three-point. I don't even know how to dribble. I can't even walk and chew bubble gum, let alone dribble, don't double dribble, don't walk, don't travel, whatever those things are in basketball. I don't even know the rules of the game. So how can I be amazing if I don't take the time to discipline myself and learn? Some of us, our confidence don't match up with our ability to learn. Our willingness to learn. Like, you could be great. You was almost finna be great, but you didn't want to go through the steps. There's some steps to greatness. Greatness is not you just wake up with it. Now, Muhammad Ali, and I take after Muhammad Ali. He said I was the greatest before I was ever the greatest. I have the utmost confidence in me. But my truth is, I done had to learn some things on this journey. My truth is, although I do have confidence in my ability, sometimes it takes me to sit up under somebody and get some fundamentals. I'm good at business because I've worked in corporate America and I have been a profit analyst for them. And so I have studied profitability and understand that sometimes we have to do these things to cover our fixed expenses, and then we charge a little bit more over here, and if we determine what the weather was like last year, and then so we can make the necessary adjustments so we can be great in this season. Some of us don't want to sit down and get that learning. Some of us think we just gonna be a boss, where there's levels and there's steps to executing that thing right. And some of us want to get on the job training on our own job, but sometimes it's too costly. You can't really afford to make those kind of mistakes with your money, because one, you ain't starting out with that much. We ain't coming from generational wealth. We're trying to create that now, but we ain't really coming from that. So we ain't got that time or that money to be playing with. Let's go get the learning and sit on Mr. Johnny job and see how he conducts his business. Let's see the processes and the steps he got in place. Let's see what he does for marketing. Let's study. But we don't want to study. We just want to jump out there. We ain't got no plan. We don't want to write no business plan. You should not be employing somebody else to write your business plan for your vision. How can someone dare write your vision? Now, they might help you formulate it so it look pretty, but can't nobody tell you what your vision is for your life. It's yours exclusively. Most people on a business plan, it wants your resume. It want to know, what have you done to be qualified to be in the position that you desire. In your business plan, it wants to know, what have you done? What kind of schooling have you had? What kind of training? What kind of certifications? What kind of jobs? What kind of roles have you had previously to qualify you to be in the position that you want to be in? So, confidence is amazing. Confidence is needed. Some of y'all got all of that. Some of y'all got the training. Some of you done sat in a job for 30 years. You know that job front and back, and you lack confidence, so you don't want to be the manager. So you just keep on letting folks come in, make more money than you, and you got to tell them what to do because you've been there and you got the most knowledge. Hello, walls. Some of you lack confidence. You don't want to take on no more. I ain't finna do that and have to worry about all that, but you're doing it anyway and you ain't even getting to pay for it. Some of you sitting on them jobs and you're doing all this extra, but you don't want to step up into leadership and ownership of it, and then you sit there and you feel defeated and bring somebody in and they get the glory, they get the recognition, and you sitting there looking stupid because you lack confidence. Confidence is important. It's a very important tool. Confidence is that thing that will take you from being mediocre to great. But you also got to have the knowledge. You also got to have the wanting to be a seeker of knowledge. You got to be disciplined enough to sit down and say, I'm going to practice, I'm going to study, I'm going to dig deep. See, confidence by itself, it'll let you talk a good game, but when you actually get out there in it, that's a whole nother story. See, confidence will make other folks think you just that great. But when you get out there in it and it's storming, you got to stand outside at the African Street Festival, and you still got to make these sales, and you standing in mud, and your tent is filled with water. That separate the good from the great. Because the good, they going to go on and pack on up and go on home. We rained out. But the great going to realize that the sun, this too shall pass. Let me go on and make this money, even in the rain. Let me go on and get me a poncho and an umbrella. And let me wait this thing out. And if it don't stop raining, I ain't got time to play with these folks. Let me go on out here and get it because they came for me. So it separates the good from the great. But if you done been doing it for a while and you done studied and you look at the weather patterns for that day, you know that it might rain that morning. And it might pour down that night. But in the middle of the day, if you just wait it out and hold on, the sun gonna come out and the people gonna come out and they still gonna spend their money. But if you ain't got the patience, you not willing to study, you not willing to write down what happened last year, then go back and revisit it and come up with a plan, then you're gonna be sitting at home and don't waste your time and your money. So confidence is important, but the skill set, the learning, the practice, execution also matters. So my little nephew ain't that good at basketball. He thinks he's amazing, and we're going to talk him through it and see if we can find him some tools so he can get to the level of greatness that he already envisioned himself being. And some of y'all got to do the same thing. Y'all got to get y'all some tools and some resources to get you to the level of greatness that you envision yourself being. So, that's it. That's my real quick. Y'all have an amazing day. I plan on doing so. I'm headed into the mall, and then I'm going to my niece's wedding. So today is going to be a great day, and y'all be good. See y'all soon.